Another face, another story at TWD. Hi everyone, this is Rashmi, architect and interior designer by profession, creative by default and curator of TWD by choice. We are in 4th episode of Heart to Heart by TWD, our special series where we bring in real stories from women of our community, their journey, their passion and the magic they create every day. Our Heart to Heart guest today is very close to my heart. Khyati from Sweet Tooth Fairy, a special homemaker. Our connection basically began in a very simplest way. Our kids were in the same school, same class, and what started with a basic conversation at the school gate finally ended up in being a good connection and a beautiful association. So Khyati's fresh smile, expressive eyes and ever-friendly nature actually can easily make her very instantly likable. And over the years, she has been integral part of TWD, not with just her warm presence, but also with her absolutely irresistible creations. She sponsored melt-in-mouth kind of brownies, chocolate brownies in last year's Friendship Day celebration. She had put them in goodie bag and they were loved by everyone. Also during our Diwali meets Halloween fusion party, she had got the amazing oatmeal chocolate chip cookies and the dessert bowls. And they were loved by kids and parents both. From cookies to brownies, donuts to her signature assorted bombolinis, and we have tasted it all and we have loved it all. So today we get to hear the story behind all that magic. So without further ado, let me bring in Khyati and hand over the mic to Richa, our host for today, and who is ready to take us straight into the delicious conversation.
Hi, I'm Richa Gupta, millennial career expert, career counselor and trainer. And today I am privileged to have a conversation with Khyati from Sweet Tooth Fairy. Hi Khyati.
Hi Richa.
How are you?
I'm good.
So Khyati, moving ahead with straight into the conversation, tell me about yourself, Sweet Tooth Fairy, especially for the viewers who are listening to you for the first time.
I'm Khyati, I'm a home baker and run a very small business from home, and I juggle between motherhood duties and other responsibilities along with my home baking business.
Okay. So Khyati, when we talk about sweet, so there is some childhood memories that are connected,
Yes.
and since childhood we are always into this, कि हमको मीठा खाना है. So tell me, what is your story?
So when I was very young, probably in every summer vacation, we used to go to our grandmother's home. That was the favorite thing to do. So we all cousins, like my siblings, we all used to go to grandmother's home, and there she used to make this, sweets, winter sweets,
Yes,
and
it's
all
the
that,
laddus.
ghee laddus and all. So that was the favorite thing. Go to her house, chill, and have that delicacy, and whole house and whole room was filled with that sweet aroma. So yeah, that is one of my childhood memory, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. But what I have, we had a conversation earlier, and you mentioned that you started your journey long back in Hong Kong when you were there.
Yes.
So can you please tell me more about how did you started your journey?
So basically, when me and my husband shifted to Hong Kong, I used to help him with his office work because we were only two. He used to go to office. I used to take lunch and then go to office and spend my mostly half afternoon with him there.
Okay.
So then 4-5 years it went like that only, and then my daughter came. So as we were only 3 there, I could not go to office anymore. So I had to be home. So that's why, and I didn't want to spend time just home doing nothing. What is the work, the kitchen work? It was not too much. I used to get a lot of time for myself or do something. So that is when I thought of doing something for myself, spending time, utilizing the time which I had for myself. So that's how I thought of doing something, and then started with my baking stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So Khyati, what we discussed earlier, you started your baking journey long back 8 years ago in Hong Kong. So can you please share about those thoughts when you just started, especially abroad?
So living in Hong Kong, I realized one thing: their eggless baking is very difficult to find something which is eggless.
Okay.
I'm a pure vegetarian, so eggless thing was very difficult.
True.
If you would find also, then it was very few places with very limited options.
Right.
So that is why a thought came: why not something with eggless, which we can help other people also to get access easily. So that is the main thought came in my mind, and I started with the home bakery stuff.
Okay. So when you say that you were able to get those eggless cake over there, तो ऐसा होता होगा कि वहाँ पे बहुत लोगों को जरूरत होगी ना
Definitely.
So does that
Because
become
it's
your
a USP? Yeah. So yes, definitely the eggless baking was my main USP, as you said, because there are a lot of Indians. Hong Kong is like mini India. There are a lot of people who cannot find and had same difficulty like me.
Yes.
So that was my main motive, that I could reach to more people and help them find something delicious and in their needs.
Yes. Before baking, you were helping your husband in banking, work and everything. So can you please elaborate a little on that?
So my banking experience helped me to learn about decision making, planning, precision. So ultimately that all helped me in my baking journey.
Yeah.
So all that experience of banking did help me.
Okay. One more thing that I would like to understand, like you mentioned, there was a USP that you have developed in Hong Kong. So how did you identify and tap into that eggless baking only in Hong Kong?
So my focus was to expand my journey on the eggless baking to a lot of people who cannot access eggless baking very easily. Being in abroad, being in different country, where their options are very less. So my aim was to expand my eggless baking and should reach to maximum people there.
Yes.
So in that aim, I started eggless baking and everything eggless.
Okay. So there could be some challenges that you might have faced. Ultimately, Hong Kong, it's all majorly non-vegetarian. Very few vegetarian options are available. So can you help us understand about your challenges that came across in your journey when you started off with that?
Yes, so starting off is always very difficult,
True.
Because nobody knows you initially what you're doing.
Right.
So I started with very small circle of my friends. So I started with there, and then few groups, where I started posting about my journey, about just eggless baking. So when people came to know, we have someone who's doing something eggless, why not try from her rather than searching outside?
Yeah.
So there is the point where I got clients and customers. Yeah, indeed it took me 6 months of planning, marketing, then showing your presentation, which is very important. Presentation, marketing. So slowly, I went forward and I achieved the aim.
True. You moved back to India around how many years back now?
So for 5 years we stayed there, and then COVID happened.
Okay.
So we were not planning to come back, but unfortunately my daughter was not feeling well. So then we came here in India, and then COVID happened.
Okay.
So that is the time everything stopped. My business stopped, my journey stopped, everything.
Everyone was a homemaker that time actually.
And at COVID time, a lot of people started doing from home, right? People have hands-free time, and then they started doing bakery at home only. So that is the time I got a very long pause and long break from my baking.
Oh yeah. When you moving from one country to another country, then the culture, the differences, and the emotional challenges that come when you move from one place to another. So how did you manage all that?
So once when I came for a year, I was on a break. I didn't do anything. But I had a lot of passion and a lot of wanting to do something for myself, and I loved baking, I loved cooking. So that just did not stop me. Every time after a year I was thinking, let's start it again. Why stop? Maybe a new place will get a new background, or new client and everything. So that's when after a year of COVID I started back again with that slow, but then I did start.
Yeah. Your earlier experiences would have been
Yes.
In that case.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So, Khyati, one important thing, I believe this is the most important thing that every entrepreneur, would have faced sometime. The toughest moment in your baking journey, and how did you bounce back from that? You said you had a
Yeah.
1 year break also in
Definitely,
between.
yes.
Then coming back to again that cooking, baking, whatever. How did you manage all that emotions?
Back of the mind, I was very passionate about cooking, about baking, and I love baking. Seriously,
Okay.
every bake I do it from my heart. I just pour in my love. So it's not a thing that I want to do it mandatory, but I love to do it.
Mhm.
So that is where I started again with that. I just didn't want to give up.
Oh, yes. Of
So
course.
yes, I did have hurdles again, no doubt. But then I just started again.
Okay. So in this journey, when you were saying that I started again, or you had to rebound
Yes.
from a gap or something, did you doubt yourself any time?
No,
होगा कि नहीं होगा?
not regarding
होगा
the
कि नहीं
baking.
होगा?
I have never thought कि होगा कि नहीं, because Hong Kong also I started. I never thought कि होगा कि नहीं. I
हाँ.
was just doing because I love doing it. So I never had a doubt on baking and cooking because I love cooking. My skills for cooking, baking are very amazing. So I
Yeah,
never
yeah,
had
yeah, yeah,
doubt
yeah.
about that. Just कि to start or no. That was the only
That was the
point
only
which
point.
was helping me to struggle.
Hmm.
करूँ या नहीं करूँ?
नहीं करूँ.
Should we go for it again or no? But somehow yes, I did go for it, and I'm very glad I did that.
So what is the difference between running your company or running your baking products here in India if we compare it with your journey in Hong Kong?
Oh,
Because
there's-
यहाँ तो बहुत सारे लोग हैं
Yeah, there's a wide difference, I would
हाँ.
say. Here there are a lot of competition.
Yes.
If you consider just for eggless baking, you have a lot of people who are doing baking everywhere. Like in the COVID, as I told you, every building must be having 3-4 bakers.
Yes.
Okay, definitely. So and back in Hong Kong, there are very less options where you find good stuff and homemade with all good quality and quantity. So there it was not so much difficulty.
Okay.
But here initially, yes, I had a lot of competition.
Competition
Yes.
there, yes, 100%. You're also into healthy baking, is what I know personally.
Yes.
I mean, I know you personally. So healthy baking की जब हम बात करते हैं, so tell us about your innovations, how your signature recipes or something about your recipes.
So for healthy baking, need came when my daughter, she could not digest maida.
Oh,
Okay, so that is where I thought let's try and give her some option where she can also eat. Like every time I bake, she would ask, Mom, can I try this? Why can't I have this? So there I introduced my oats cookies. So these are oats choco chip cookies, very healthy option. They don't have any refined flour, sugar or anything. We can make those with jaggery also.
okay.
So we
So
have
this
two
main,
variations.
main ingredient here
Is
in
oats.
these cookies is
Yeah,
oats
yes.
and sugar.
Yeah,
In this we have
Yeah,
sugar,
here we have
otherwise-
sugar, but there are people
We
who
have
prefer with
options.
sugar. But if the people who are not eating sugar, we can use jaggery in that.
Okay.
So which is very healthy, no refined sugar, no refined flour, nothing.
In fact, it is looking very tempting and
Yes, it's definitely
beautiful
those are my
as well.
best sellers. Last year in Diwali, I made almost 900 cookies for the hamper, which
Okay.
went all over Delhi, Bangalore. My clients sent it in
Great.
Diwali gifting.
Speaking about your creations, beautiful creations, what's your favorite dessert to cook and to eat?
Indeed, that is chocolate truffle. It's a really delicious cake you can make out of chocolate.
Yeah.
And again, there are a lot of things. I love the oats cookies as well.
Yeah.
And the chocolate brownies are very delicious. And they're topped with
Look
Nutella.
actually
Yeah, with
delicious.
Nutella. We have rava
Rava
cake also, which is best for
So
any
this is
occasion.
rava cake, not the maida cake.
No maida.
So again, the healthy option of
Very
the
healthy
rava.
rava cake with all dry fruits.
The protein content
Yes.
is there.
Everything.
Good. In your opinion, what makes Sweet Tooth Fairy, stand out from all the bakers that we have?
So first, I would say that we do all eggless baking, 100% eggless baking with all, with all good stuff, good quality, as per the client's
The quality
requirements.
assurance
Yeah.
is always there.
And all my cakes are, up to what clients want. Exactly, we make the same what clients wants it.
Requirements. So
according to their-
customization is the requirements
Yeah.
as per them.
Yes.
Okay.
So we fulfill all the demands of our clients. Like, as you say, the
So
client,
when the
customer
client
is the king.
Client is the king actually.
Yes,
And
definitely.
then they are satisfied with
Yeah,
we are
client's
satisfied
main
with what
aim
we
is
do.
only that they should be happy.
many women start, struggle to restart their career. You have done one, great thing. So, what advice would you like to give to our audience?
So for the audience, I would always say, do not let your passion fade away. You believe in yourself and bounce back again. Just not stop believing in yourself, and do not let your passion fade.
Great. Khyati, one very important question that I have, and I am sure our audience would like to know about it. Where do you see Sweet Tooth Fairy 5 years from now, or what are your plans?
So basically, I have thought of opening a small bakery shop where you provide everything
Small
homemade.
or small?
Definitely a small one. So I would just try myself hard in like 5 years to achieve that goal.
Okay, great. So, this is towards the end of our conversation with Khyati from Sweet Tooth Fairy, and we are glad we can see so many beautiful and very tasty, tempting products which are prepared by her. Soon we would be tasting them all. Which one would you like us to taste first?
I would suggest you try my bombolinis.
These are bombolinis.
They are very famous.
Okay, so these are bombolinis.
So
Look very
these
different,
are,
right?
Yeah, so these are classic bomboloni which do not have any filling in it.
Okay.
It's sugar coated bomboloni.
Bombolinis, and these are made out of the basic
Yeah.
material, right? Okay.
These are like, you can call like
This is
donuts
very-
only, but they are Italian donuts which have inside filling.
Okay.
Just not the top with chocolate. They are
Oh.
filled with a lot of filling inside.
Okay, so these are I can also see something which has some feelings,
So that is blueberry filling. So
Okay.
we have various fillings like chocolate, Nutella. Then we have a savory option too,
Oh,
which has cheesy garlic flavor in it. So you can go for savory also if you don't want to
Yes,
have too
yes.
much sweet.
so guys, this is very
Your,
soft,
Yeah.
very soft, tempting, and a very rich cream filled, bombolinis.
So here today we have blueberry.
Yeah.
Then I have a strawberry here. We have a pina colada filling and
Nice.
mango filling.
So these are available in so many,
many
varieties
flavors, very
of.
nice. You can
flavors
not think
and
of, I
things.
have so many flavors.
Yes,
So I have a
yes.
pistachio flavor, kunafa flavor. You can do a lot of variations.
Yes,
honestly.
I am like, I'm like, chalo, ab,
Dig in.
let's just begin and do it
Yes,
now. Let's taste it.
definitely.
So guys, thank you so much, Khyati. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
much for having
being,
me.
and inviting TWD and our team for this special conversation of heart to heart. I would also like to thank our team member Minkiana and Aarti, as well as Rashmi for shooting this and making this a very interactive and a fruitful session with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone, guys. Thank you so much.
Yummy. Yummy.